Beautiful. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? I think it's wonderful. Flame B, everybody. So, there we go. That'll give me a nice lead in. All right. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
I thought that was your hairy belly there for a second.
I mean, it could have been.
You got some. What kind of long sleeve sweater is that there?
I like to call it my Italian sweater.
Italian sweater. Yeah. Oh, so what I was gonna say, like I said, I'm quite squirrely right now. What I was gonna say was, this guy, this happened. So,
Jesus.
yeah, but I'll keep it covered for a while because I know you're a little squeamish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm getting a lot of tingles from this guy today for some reason. He's very tingly today. But I don't care. I'm gonna. All I gotta do is just not boop him. But I am gonna take the finger guard off because, I mean, I've basically been wearing the finger guard for a month now, and I just need some time off. You know. And there's not too much I can get. You know, there's not too much here that I can, you know, boop with. But yeah, so I'm gonna be doing lots of highlights on this guy. I want to talk about this guy also. Basically.
Hold on. Your stream is paused. See a mixer.
Oh. Say what? What mixer?
Oh, we got a green screen.
Green screen? You're good. Everything's good. Everything's good on my side. Looks good. Oh. We're live.
Okay.
People love me. Clearly. So this guy, of course, I start a stream, my son comes down immediately. What? Yes? No, it's not telling you Ethan's account. You can ask Ethan for Ethan's account. Go on. Go. But that's because it's his information. He doesn't have to share it with you. No, go. No, go. It's time to go. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, Edmund, I'm streaming right now. I just told you both. I said that I'm going to go down here and stream. You want to come over here and say hi? Okay, you can come over and say hi, but then you have to go upstairs. This is my life. This is my life. So I'm a dad. I'm a stay-at-home painter. And I'm constantly dodging when I can get some paint on, you know what I mean? But usually I wait until the evenings. No.
I hear you, bro.
For this reason alone. Actually, I kind of want to have him on at some point in time as a guest. I think that'd be fun. We do some painting down here too. He likes to paint. I'll show you something he did. Maybe I can show you something he did. Hey, he's working on this. Here's something he's working on. This guy. Doing a little dry brushing. I helped him load the brush because that's half the battle, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm not seeing him on the screen yet though.
You're gonna have to close out that window and then reload it, I think.
Okay, one sec.
Maybe. Or says on screen share. Yeah, I can see it just fine. I can see it just fine. Okay, Drago Voss. I mean, you say Drago, I say Drago. This got Reaper Miniature. Right, this is Reaper Miniature. He is clearly not done. He's Mr. Smurf face right now, Dark Smurf. Smurfy Smurf. So I'm using basically like a whole lighting situation here. So let me give him a little twirl for y'all. We're just gonna twirl him around here. So he's coming around this side. We're getting into the shadow side of things, as you can tell by the base. Also, all right. So he's looking pretty tasty so far. I like doing these dramatic things, you know, with the lighting. I've been studying light for like I want to say about 3 years now in miniature painting, just really trying to get into the nitty-gritty of it. And I love my saturated shadows, and that obviously there's more to do in the shadows. I got to get some black in there somewhere. But at this point in time, you know, I sort of treat black a lot like I do the highlights, where it's just a touch,
Yeah.
it's just a nip in certain spaces, just to set it apart. You know, just to help the lines and help the contrast or whatever. But we basically have just a single light source. Yeah, go ahead.
It was like it's your highlight for the shadows. It's like, you know, if you're taking that golden blonde or even that pure light in some instances, you're putting like a dab on there, you know, just like a single drop.
Yeah, just a speck.
With that black, it really gives you that depth, you know, that
That's
you
right.
might have with like a burgundy as your generic shadow tone or whatever, you know.
Right. So I actually had already, in my 0th episode, I had painted much of this stuff, and I think my first episode was over on the YouTube before I had switched over with my good buddy Brush for Hire. Did a little show with him. So I'm still working on it. It takes me a little bit longer to paint things now, but hey, that's okay. I was kind of like falling into that space anyways, where I was taking my time a little bit, you know. But let me walk you through kind of like what I was doing here with this also.
Sure.
So just to sort of kick it off, so I can get to painting. So basically, I got a single light source. There's no like overhead light per se. It's basically one side versus the other. And so on one side I have Ezrin Blue as Reaper's Pathfinder Ezrin Blue as like a base for it. And this space is basically what I consider the shadow space, or what I call the shadow space. It's all the area opposite of the light source. You know, that's my given definition for it. I'm surely somebody else has there some more, maybe a more technical term, but it's the same thing. We're talking about the same thing. I'm not going to argue over semantics with the paint Nazis, but but yeah. So that's the shadow space. So all right, yeah, or czars, depending on what your flavor of dictator is, I guess. But so on the other side, we have the lit side. And so this is where all the light's hitting. So we're getting a lot of the midtones in this range. And sort of the area in between is sort of divided by, between the shadow space and the lit space is divided by sort of the edge of the light, the more orange side of the light, right? And how that interacts with the Ezrin Blue. That's where you're getting these green tones from. So a lot of interesting stuff. If you ever go and like just look at shadows, and you don't look at the shadow directly, but look at the edge of the shadow, especially in like an area that has some complex light going on. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on in there that it doesn't even make sense sometimes. You know what I mean? Green works for me because I love the color. I mean, I'm ready to taste the rainbow, you know, every day.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. Absolutely.
Every day. So, basically, yeah, I built up the midtones and let it into the shadow space with that orange sort of border. And then what I'll do is I'll highlight those midtones with the color of the light, basically. So the highlights on this side, and you can start to see that on the leather sort of thingy, armor or whatever. Starting to see that there, where it has some of that color of light. The sort of, what I like to do in a sort of a passive light situation is kind of sandwich the midtones with the highlight and the edge of, you know, whatever the deepest colors of the light are. In this case, more orange. So like torchlight, for instance, you know, I would say goes from a nice bright white or like, you know, bright yellow, very, very, very bright bright yellow, into the yellows, into the orange, and finally into the reds and deep reds. And you can go a number of places. You can even go like purple from there, or honestly, you can pick the light source however you want to lay it down. But I mean, looking at, you can kind of see on the metal stuff, the metal picks up the light a lot more. It's a lot more reflective. So obviously this is dramatized here. It's not necessarily realistic, but it's, as you watch my stuff, I like to get into more almost comic book style a little bit as far as the coloring goes. I was a huge Image fan, and when Image first came around, they were like the most colorful comics around at the time, as far as I was concerned. But so yeah, basically, and that helps the metal now reflecting the light like this. It kind of helps create even more contrast. So you can tell the difference between the shoulder leather strap with the spiky bits and the metal underneath. It kind of registers differently, and so I'm using the materials or the texture of the materials to kind of like define what's going on also to create further contrast. So I mean, let's get to it. I just want to thank everybody who's currently watching for watching, because I love you. I like painting for people. That's what I do. Yeah, I like community, and that's why I'm here. I've been watching my buddy paint and on here, and just seeing the community and how everybody's involved. I was like, this is kind of where I need to be, I think, because there's community on the Facebook and there's community on the YouTube, but I think it's different. I think people are very interactive here, so I'm looking forward to streaming and painting and streaming and doing a lot of that. This is my first week doing it, so I'm going to try to do a lot of it initially, and then I'll settle into a nice consistent schedule. And I'm gonna be relatively consistent starting now. So, but I'm gonna feel things out. I'm gonna try to see where, what times it's gonna work best for me also, because I do want to build a community. I do want to build the channel and everything. So,
yeah, absolutely.
The glasses are coming off now. It's time to take the glasses off.
Oh, it's time to go down to business.
It's time to get the business. I guess I should probably share that, some of the colors that I was using with this. I'm using a lot of Mawungi brown. I've been getting into the Mawungi brown. I don't see much on there right now, but there is some Kalian wine as sort of like, I'm going to use it in the firelight. So the firelight's going to go from golden blonde to it's going to go from golden blonde to Cavalier Orange, and then into Kalian wine. So I'm going to go that route with it, kind of a burgundy violet or whatever. Oh, we'll see how that goes. Actually, let's play around with that right now, just for fun. Just for fun, I'm going to bring out some Kalian wine. Just for fun. Just for fun. I gotta turn this down now.
I got a little peccadillo that I want to clue you into real quick.
Oh?
You know what's weird is that I've been getting more into the idea of doing my bases last. And I don't know why. It feels kind of comforting to me. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of do that also. What do you mean? Like, sometimes it's like,
well,
you mean paint them?
Prime example. I mean, mounting them, painting them. Basically, I feel like, I don't know. Like, I mean, like, I'm doing this guy's basic literally last right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. It feels like that's.
Well, you're handling them a lot. I don't use. I have them, but I don't use them as much as I should. The little mini holder things. You know, so that might be the only time otherwise. But when I hold these things, I try to keep my fingers, you know, now I'll rub on the side, basically, you know. But
Right.
yeah, that's the thing that really only matters. You can paint it at any, you know, you can paint it at any stage that you want, really. You know,
Yeah.
I have to switch the music
Figured.
over from the Google speaker to I don't know why it's playing on the Google speaker. Right now, it's like not happy for some reason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like chippy, a little chippy. I think my sound card in this thing maybe can't handle both or something. Let's try this.
Oh
Let's try
yeah.
this. Because I haven't tried streaming and all of this all at the same time, right? Yeah, this is I don't want to start jerk. There we go. Open with. Let's try this. Right, this is the program. Do be do. Woo 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 woo. Yeah, play it. Thank you very much. I don't know, man. It's not happy. I think it might have been the player. Yeah, it's not so
So I
bad.
just switched resin on my. I just switched resin brands on my 3D printing, and
Oh.
the guy I'm painting up. The second guy I have on my bench right now that I'm painting up
Mhm.
is with the new resin. I'm gonna say I think this is the superior product. I'm so like the details are just popping through in this guy.
Hmm. What?
Paying a little.
Is it a little bit more? Is it more expensive?
Actually, it's cheaper.
Go figure. Go figure.
Well, it's like when I bought my printer, I just went ahead and I bought the standard company resin. Like hey, use our own resin. I'm like okay, yeah. I mean it makes sense. We'll start off with that.
Mhm.
But it's like
Yeah, proprietary stuff is never
yeah.
good, as far as I can tell. Anything, pretty much. You know.
You would think like logically it should be though, right? Like it
Mhm.
only makes sense. But yeah, I mean this is just much better. I'm so much happier with it.
I'm just putting some Calian wine down there on that.
Yeah, look at you drinking
Lovely.
that sort of some wine.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I need to get some
Gonna call
golden
those.
blonde out too.
Called.
Holy shit
Gonna
balls!
call that.
Total failure. My golden blonde's been screwing me. It's been screwing me hard. You have no idea. You have no
Yeah.
idea. I think you just got screwed by the golden blonde.
Why?
Let's it's a bunch of giant pool of it. I'm gonna need to put it
Oh,
on my
okay.
Christmas list. It happened to me last night too.
Golden
I
blonde.
opened it and the dropper tip stayed in the cap. So now it's
Oh
not.
damn.
So now I gotta clean it up. Obviously. I mean, sure, why not? Sure, why not? Why not just do that? Well,
Why not?
why not? We got bubbles popping up out of it and everything. Of course. Of course. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks, Boomer. Blonde. What a pain in the butt. And it like fell right over my Kalian wine too. So I can't even pick up most of it. Because it's basically
Hey, the
just
bottle's
straight up. Yeah, now it's Yeah, just throw the wine in with the blonde. I'm trying to scrape the top because there's a lot of mint.
It
I
sounds
mean,
like
that's like
my.
this is more golden blonde than I use in like 3 or 4 miniatures.
I feel like that was my strategy in college was just throw the wine at the blonde and see what happens.
My goodness.
We're not so different, you and I.
Unreal. Mine was work for the bus service and wear a uniform. That was mine.
Oh yeah.
And just gonna wipe off the excess off my dry palette. Yeah, so I use a dry palette. Get over it, everybody.
Did you notice that I have a little bit of both going on now?
Yeah,
Wet
I'm
and a dry
excited about
palette?
that. Honestly, these people that are like, it's this way, it's that way, it's this way, it's that way. It's always. It's always. Every time. Every time. There's a little bit. There's good things on both sides. I know we're like however many minutes into the stream, and I still haven't actually painted anything. I'm going to paint now. No more.
So
No more accidents from Golden Blonde. Watch, I do it again.
I'll tell you what though. As far as a dry palette goes, I invested in this ceramic paint dish.
Mm-hmm.
This thing has been awesome as a dry or a wet palette, really.
Oh right, yeah.
Because
you get that from a craft store.
It's smaller. Yeah, it was like $5.
Right.
But the key is that it's ceramic, not
oh.
It's so much easier to clean.
Right, yeah, I bet.
My mind how much easier it is.
I was wondering why the plastic one was $5, but then you're like, no, it's ceramic. Ceramic.
Yeah.
It's ceramic.
I know that you're generally opposed to like gadgetry, but I feel like that was definitely.
Now wait a second!
Great.
Don't you throw these labels on me?
I know
you're a cheap bastard.
Nazi, anti-feminist.
Right. I would like to consider myself a feminist.
I know.
Because
I'm joking.
Actually, there's one lady I've always looked up to, growing up, and she still she lives out basically in the woods, and she like she has a cabin. She has a cabin in the woods. I go mushroom hunt there, but she was a friend of my mom's still is growing up, and but she's just just a strong woman, and for whatever reason, that strong women I'm always like attracted to or whatever, So maybe I did have like a little bit of a childhood crush, but
oh yeah,
maybe a little.
Damn, getting into some Freudian stuff here, man.
I don't know about that, but yeah. So I mean, the whole idea of just not relying on anybody else, and so that's my thing. That's like you say I don't like the gadgetry. It's not the gadgetry. It's that I just like not relying on some. You know what I mean? Just like being able to do it myself, kind of situation.
Sure, that makes perfect sense.
So following in line with that this Kalian wine is basically the edge of my torchlight. I'm basically going to use it to accent the shadow space. I'm sorry, the edge also, and some of the materials like the leather, obviously in the armor, in the metal areas. Just to sort of get that gradient out, to sort of spread out a little bit more.
Unifying blend.
Yeah, and also it's got to be I got to taste the rainbow, man. That's me. That's key. And the other thing is that
I was.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, man.
No, you first. I insist.
Oh, all I was gonna say was, I was talking to you yesterday about this particular miniature I'm working on now.
Oh, right,
And
yeah.
how I was trying to taste the rainbow. And I know my camera sucks, so you can't really see it.
Can't really see anything, yeah.
Trying to in this Nazgul type of thing, I'm trying to use purple on black, blue on black, and white on black, just so that way it's not all black on black or black on white.
Black and black and black and black, yeah.
And I mean, like, the more I look at it, the more happier I am with it. I mean, I know I could do I wish I could do better. I know I need to do better.
You will.
This is definitely not my. Yeah, right. So, but for now, I'm going to consider this a victory. As I'm kind of looking at it again and trying to spruce it up a bit more.
Yeah, I'm just throwing a little bit of. I mean, you just gotta throw a little bit of that color in there in just the right spots, But how do you get the right spots? And for me, it's like, I paint algorithmically. If that makes any sense, Like I know how I paint I know how to do my layers and build up stuff. I know how I separate my color theory or break my color theory down with respect to the spaces, and so I sort of like, cut my spaces up, shadow space, this, and then the other, the lit space or whatever, and then, or maybe if there's multiple light sources, then if you have 2 light sources, then you can have 4 spaces or more, especially with their intersection, and so, and then I just have like little rules that I follow to, govern where I put what colors, But
it's so funny that you mentioned that, because I've been wanting to paint up some trees from a certain company. I won't say publicly because I don't want to give them credit where credit's due.
Wait, is it the one that I don't like?
They don't want credit where credit's due.
Is the one? Okay,
Just as it goes on a quick tangent,
you keep that to yourself.
I would normally have like, hey, look, I'm painting a 3D thing from as the printing ever goes on. Fantastic company, I love them.
Yeah.
And I'll have no problem shouting out to any other people I print out. But those effers, apparently, of what you told me, they don't want that publicity, so we're not gonna give it to them.
Yeah, I mean, so that's kind of, I asked him, I was like, hey, how do you feel about, me using your stuff in some marketing materials? He goes, no, you don't want to do that. Well, okay, well, I mean, I'm painting.
So
like I bought your STL files so I could print them out and use them in videos and tabletop games and stuff like that, and so I can paint them and present them. And they're like, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, hey, look, I won't even bother mentioning them.
Then I won't.
But beyond that,
I have these files now that I will never be able to use because I can't use them in my videos. It's then like, well, what's the point? I'll spend my time elsewhere printing something else out.
Send them over to me. Send them over to me.
All right, yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely, sure.
Anyway,
they're yours.
Anyway,
anymore.
Anyway, all I'm trying to say is that, so I have those files I'm printing of theirs that I won't say who they are, and been observing like fall trees, right? And the cool thing is you can change out the foliage, and
there's a lot of them that can do that now.
Well, it'd be cool to have summer foliage. Yeah. So it's like, I love how you could potentially have summer foliage or fall foliage. So this entire day as I'm driving around today, I've been looking at the trees.
Yeah, we live up in Ohio. Both Paint Monkey Justin and I, we both live in Ohio right now. When the fall foliage is just starting here.
Yeah. So it's like one of those things where I'm observing, as you're kind of talking about before I interrupted you, about
might have been the other way around.
Colors, observing nature, all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get a sense of how that color theory works on a tree that's changing. I mean, so I could try to replicate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So like, from what I've noticed with trees and their leaves changing, is it always starts at the top. The color in those leaves die, and so. Or on the extremities. And I think the
It
reason
seems
is
like it's
because,
where the sun hits it, right?
well, think about it this way. You know, what is the advantage of that? And for me, like in my sort of introspection that I did, I was thinking about what it's like to be a tree. Right? It almost makes sense
Oh
that
Jesus!
your extremities would change first because those wavelengths of light are not as, you know, those wavelengths of light are not going to generate you as much the chlorophyll. The chlorophyll is not going to be able to generate you as much energy from those wavelengths of light. They're made for green light, or that somewhere around the middle, right? And
Right.
and so they get a heavy dose of that from the sun, even though you don't really see it. But that's one of the reasons why they're that way, so they're tied into that. So the green chlorophyll makes more energy than the other ones do, the other colors. But so it makes
Right.
sense that the areas that are shaded more would remain green longer, or whatever. If that makes any
Right.
sense.
Now,
So that's like what
I
I don't know if that's actually the case, but in my head, in my little thought experiment, that's what like I come the conclusion I came to. Could be total bullshit. Probably
see.
is,
I
but
saw. Now I saw an interesting observation today, which was I wondered if a tree would go through multiple different colors, from green to yellow, and then yellow to orange or red. And up until today, I hadn't seen that, but today I did see that.
oh,
I saw the green kind of on the inside. I saw some of the yellow, but even some of the yellow was turning to red.
huh.
So that was kind of a very interesting, like, little transformation I saw.
This thing is looking wicked with all those colors. So many colors. I want all the colors.
God damn.
All the colors. Say hi. Somebody say hi. You'll see my super cool chat box. Some point in time we'll upgrade. We'll get some actual viewers, and you'll get to see my super cool chat box.
It's so cool.
It's so cool. Go.
Oh, I think I fucked that.
Oh my
I'm still
god.
practicing trying to get my wash versus glaze viscosity down right.
Yeah, I kind of want to break this just a nippy nip brighter. That's the one. Filters. This guy. Here's the nip brighter. Let's bring this up just a minute. All right.
That's about accurate.
Beautiful. Taste the rainbow. Of course, I'd be like,
Taste
it
it.
was, out of all the colors, purple was the only one that was really missing. So I was like, maybe I'll make it kind of red. No, purple. I can't help
That's
it.
funny.
I can't help it, man. I really can't. I love the colors. I love the
Love it.
colors. All the colors. I love all the colors. I think you're gonna have to nix the music this time. Let's figure out a way.
Yeah.
See, it sounds okay right now, but sometimes the bitrate just goes. Here, wait a second. Here, maybe we can change it just by. I think I know how to switch it,
think
but the
it's just
problem is it's coming out my Google speaker, so it's going over the Wi-Fi, right?
Oh yeah.
And so I think that's the
Are you playing
slowdown.
it just
Since I'm streaming and everything, and got my IP cameras going on over the Wi-Fi, it's like jinky, jinky, jinky.
Yeah.
I said I was gonna do some highlights, but I totally lied, guys. I'm gonna do some highlights later. Right now, I'm still hanging out in the shadows.
think I kind of screwed this up a little bit.
I'll see it. I don't know if we can see it.
Well, no, you can't, and it's probably for the best. But I'm gonna let it dry for a second, and I'm gonna come back to that in a hot minute.
All right.
Guy, I have this other guy on my bench here. You can't see it. I have this other guy on my bench I'm gonna work with right now.
Sometimes it's just best just to go that route. You know what I mean? Like, just let it go and go do something else for a second. You know?
I forgot what color this comes out as though. So I know that when you do like a red shadow as your base, you know, the character comes across as looking kind of evil. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or it has there's a fierceness to it. Doesn't necessarily mean evil, because like it depends on the context too. Like if you do it on, like I did that once on like this elf monk looking guy, and it just came out as just like this ferocity, you know. But like in a really neat ambient way. But it was definitely the character that sort of made that happen, because if it was like some kind of devil or something like that, then like yeah, it would have came out the other way for sure.
Oh, I have this bar patron, you know, that I'm working on right now. He's sitting in a chair. He's holding up a glass of mug of whatever he's drinking. You know, probably some Cali in But I'm thinking, like, obviously the tavern's a dark, candle-lit, fire-lit atmosphere. It seems like that would be a great choice for a red type of shadow. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
go for it.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. The thing is that you really can go any which direction you want with it. You know. You know, a lot of people, they're like, you got to use this color, you got to use that color, and you really can use whatever the color you want, you know?
Yeah.
Quite
I mean, I'm just
honestly.
you have
Quite
some
honestly.
method to my madness as I start here, you know what I mean?
As long as you have a method and you are consistent, it'll work out. But you have to have a method and you have to be consistent.
Necessarily say that I chose the best color though. It's coming off more as a burgundy, like the color Gothic Crimson. I think it's a new one from Reaper.
I don't think I have that one.
Yeah, check out the color. I don't know if you could see it on my camera here.
Well, hold on here. We'll get right up on it, because I can do this now. Woo!
Look at it! Look at it!
I can see the color. We're gonna have to get you set up over there.
Yeah, it's like a burgundy, isn't it?
You're in the process of moving, you said.
I am. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, I see it. It's kind of like a
right?
Yeah, it's like a burgundy. It's almost, yeah, it's burgundy. You looking for more red?
I think I was just, yeah, probably, but I was honestly experimenting. I was like, hey, I haven't used this color before. I want to see what it's like.
Right.
This guy also came off of that the company that I printed the other one from. The printing ever goes on. He does like these really cool Lord of the Rings inspired type of characters.
I'm down.
And I think they're really cool.
You can plug them.
I'm really enjoying them. Yeah, I'm plugging the shit out of them.
Plug them. What's the name?
The printing ever goes on. They're on Patreon, and then like I think they're starting on their third set, so he's doing it like chapter by chapter. The first chapter was like, you know, the Barrow Downs.
Oh,
and then the second chapter was Bree, and then the third chapter is is it a Mon Amarth or a Mon Hen? A Mon Amarth's a metal band. I'm trying to think of what it was. So yeah, so I mean he's got some really cool sculpts, and it's cheap, and it's Lord of the Rings. You can't go wrong.
Right, yeah, right. That's where you got me there. You got me at Lord of the Rings.
And I'll tell you what, you and I are a big stickler about size. I think the way this is printing out, it definitely comes across as being a much more true to form 28 millimeter scale.
Oh, that's why you got such a hard on for it then.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, this is a dwarf, and he's definitely looking dwarfish.
Oh, all those purples in there now too. Oh my god! All the colors.
Damn, dude. All the colors. So
Oh,
let me
the
ask you a
colors.
question. When you paint something like this chromatically, what kind of scene are you imagining? Like, is he in front of something chromatic, or is it just complex lighting, or
It's
what?
just, I mean, I just no. I like color. I like color.
I like color.
No,
Don't
I
you never
mean,
make.
it comes off that way. It's just the style that's coming out from choosing the. Like I said, I paint this guy the same way that I paint everything else. Believe it or not. The only difference is I've just chosen different colors at the different stages. That's all.
Right.
So, I mean, what I'm looking at right now is where the orange would blend into. So from the yellow to the orange to this Kalian one, and so
Right.
and that's kind of like what I'm doing. And a lot of people might be like, "Wow, that's a lot of color. This is looking a little ridiculous, actually." I don't fucking care.
Well, it's. I don't know, man. I feel like in some level this is really artistic.
I'm really into it.
You're not gonna get this You're not gonna get this reference, I don't think. But there's a video game that I love to play, and it's called Disco Elysium. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
So allow me to go on a quick tangent here because I think you'll really enjoy the story for this. The idea,
Okay.
Um, it is a isometric RPG. Like three-quarter view type of thing. It is in
Hmm.
a dystopian. I don't want to say steampunk, but it's just a very unique world. It's really cool.
Sounds cool so
But
far.
what's more impressive is that it's a product. It's a product of some guys in Australia. It was their tabletop, D&D game or
Oh,
whatever,
neat.
and they basically played it for so long, developed it so much that they decided let's make a video game out of it, and now they're writing books and they're
Oh,
really
cool.
going full force with it, and
They're basically doing
it's
what I
definitely
want to do.
regarded as one of the
I'm jealous already.
yeah they 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 definitely I think the game was named one of the best RPGs of 2019, and it's really
Really?
incredible. It really is. Artistically, it's beautiful. It's a compelling storyline. I mean, I could keep talking on and on about, but the bottom line is that the art that they used and drew for it is very similar. I feel like to the stuff that you're painting, that it's very
Mm,
colorful. I don't want to say you're abstract or anything, but it has some abstraction qualities to it because of the colors.
yeah.
It has these very soft features. It's really cool. I think you'd like it a lot. The art style too. That's what I meant.
Yeah. All the colors. I can't help
All the
it.
colors.
I can't help it, man. I really can't. I really can't. That means I'm gonna have to put some more purples. I gotta put some purples on the floor. Also, purples in the floor. Everywhere. Just put them everywhere. Put them here. Put them there.
Everywhere.
Just for fun. Just for fun.
Mhm.
It's looking somewhat tasty. Almost rainbowified. Screwed up and went right over. Just trying to get some sharpness back in it.
So as far as a character goes for who you're painting right now in Natural One, Are you leaning more towards swordsman or more towards rogue, which I guess could be
Yeah,
swordsman?
I mean, I can only paint so many miniatures all at once, and so for a while he's going to represent a couple characters, I think, because there's a couple duelist styles in there. So he'll be good for both. Be good for a rogue too at some point, but he might at some point in time he will represent his own character. God, he's really a lot of fun right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I have an aneurysm. Yeah, that makes two of us. Maybe four. Hey, can I get a what? Can I get a all the colors? No. Nobody's playing along. It's okay. It's okay. Ba-ding! Ba-dingy! Oh man, my buddy, he was like, I sent him a message like, hey, you raid me, please. And he's like, oh, I missed this, sorry, I really, he's gonna raid me another day. That's too bad. It's too bad. That's okay. I will happily paint for 2 people or 70 people. I don't care. I really don't care.
Alright.
Really don't care. I don't care, man! I told you I don't care. Like I'm trying to who am I convincing, really? I mean, I care a little bit, but not as much as you would expect. I'm really this is my public service announcement basically, and it's 2 hours long. I'm really happy that you're here with me, Justin, and that's the main thing. Like I couldn't just do this and talk to nobody but myself. It'd be impossible. If you're just joining us for whatever reason, we got Justin there in the bottom screen. You want to pop up and say hi again?
I am Justin. I paint.
He's only marginally less lame than that.
Yeah.
It's marginal. But recently I've been getting some some interesting phantom pains. It feels a lot like a hot poker or a pin being stuck right in the in the tip of my finger. That doesn't exist anymore. It just searing pain for you ever see me jump for a second? That's what's going on.
Breaking out the old MiniGrinder tricks here when it comes to the rocks on this base.
Oh, what you doing? Doing some Rockies? You want to go on the top here?
Is that what I'm doing here?
I'm really glad I upgraded my whole setup here and got everything figured out because it looks so much nicer.
Dude, I was telling you yesterday, I'm so happy for you, and I feel like the amount of not when I say where you've come from, I don't mean like that, like you didn't have to rise out.
You son of a bitch!
I meant more like you've spent so much time and effort developing this, and you've really just kind of created such a cool and impressive professional setup very quickly,
Yeah, because I mean, basically all I had to do was do it. My lazy ass. But I mean, there was a darkness that I had to overcome there, and it really took a combination of things, and one of them might have been losing my finger, actually.
Well, what's
this dark blessing in disguise? You know what I mean? I have generalized anxiety and depression, all that other stuff. But I took some measures to correct that, and ever since then, I've been feeling beautiful.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a mindfulness.
I mean, yeah.
It's a mindfulness,
Absolutely.
losing the finger. I mean, once I lost the finger, I realized that, man, I really wasted a lot of time worrying about really dumb stuff. Like straight up dumb
Right.
stuff. Like it's not worth worrying about, really.
The headache, right?
The what ache?
The headache.
Yeah, I mean, really dumb stuff. Just dumb stuff. That's not even worth worrying about, really, or at least dwelling on, which was what my mind was doing.
Right.
But you get some perspective when, at least for me, I did. I lost my finger, and where everybody was like, "Oh God, he plays guitar and he paints miniatures," and I'm like, "I don't need that son of a bitch. Everything's fine." And then I realized, right? Honestly, I kind of feel like that little bastard, was the problem, possibly.
Oh, come on, really?
Yeah, I really do. I really feel like because he's gone and now I don't have the problems anymore. At least I hope that remains the same. But yeah, I almost legitimately feel that way.
Like
Now
getting rid of an ex-girlfriend.
This fucker right here, now he's in charge.
Yeah.
This guy's he's sidelining it, buddy, and this guy's up to bat, right? Because everything's he's taken over for everything that Mr. Middle Finger did, or Mr. Index Finger did before. He's in charge now.
That's hilarious, man.
It's true though. It's hilarious but true. So, along with switching over my carrier service, they also using our AAA discount, we managed to get an upgrade, which allowed us to get, I get a better service, and then also I get the HBO Max for $5 a month, basically, is another $5. And so I was like, what the hell, why not? So I've been enjoying me and the white sold $5. I'll do that because at first they were like it's $15, and then I was like, I don't really want either of them. But when you throw them both at me for $5, I'm like, okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I didn't want really either of them, but now that I have it, we're watching the Cthulhu or the Lovecraft Country, I believe it's called. I can't remember exactly. It's pretty good. I enjoy it.
To watch that.
I enjoy it.
I am. So I know everyone says this, and I wish I had proof of this, so I could fight against the haters. But I swear to God, I was such a big fan of Lovecraft, and I feel like it kind of just blew up, in popular culture,
Yeah. Yeah, it did. I mean, well, I wonder. I don't know this for a fact, but I kind of wonder if the licensing with it is open now, and that's why it's everywhere.
Could be.
Possibility. It's a possibility. All those places that I added that purple to, I'm gonna go in and sort of blend in some orange nearby.
Right.
That's what I'm working on now.
I make a cool, gentle recommendation. I don't know if you have something like this in your arsenal. I recently kind of discovered this color from Reaper. It's called Ancient Bark.
Sounds pretty ripping.
It's a really cool, really, really light, almost like a white-gray color.
Let me see.
Using that.
Let's bring it up here again. Get it right up there. It's almost like Jesus, that's not going to help me at all. Doesn't help at all. So it's almost like, it looks like it could be more of a gray?
It's like a gray-white.
Yeah, okay, so I don't know, like, most people when they're painting trees, they're painting brown trees. If you go out there and look at trees, ain't none of like, not many of them have brown bark.
Well, so that was originally what
Don't make
caught
no
my
sense.
eye, but then I've been using this. I've been using this as my moon color, if you will. Like, you know, whereas the golden blonde is like your sun color. I think this is a really great like moon color.
Interesting, yeah.
I'm like on my rocks on this base. I am like straight up just using it like I use golden blonde.
Oh, interesting. You're gonna have to post a pic on the Discord channel.
Yeah, because my camera sucks. I know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, I was talking to you about that camera that I just got from switching. I ain't gonna plug my carrier because they haven't paid me any kind of. They're not gonna give me any kind of benefits for doing so. And honestly, at this point in time, I hate all of them. I hate them all.
I hear you. I hear you.
I kind of feel like, you know, like, imagine Anakin whenever he's talking about the Tusken Raiders, Padme after he slaughtered them all.
Oh.
That's how I feel about the carriers right now. I hate them.
You are Anakin. Do you hate sand or do you hate the Tusken Raiders more? Make up your mind.
One of the same. One of the same.
I didn't realize this, but did you know that Hayden Christensen was basically directly picked from George Lucas? Like that was his number one choice. Was
I don't know why everybody had such a problem with Hayden Christensen or whatever. I didn't. He didn't bother me at all. And I saw him. He was in another film, believe it or not, with I think Nicolas Cage, where they're over in. Is it Nicolas Cage? Where they're over in like China or something like that. There's some wonderful fight scenes and like a lot, just a lot of fun. It's a fun movie to watch, and it's like the two people that you would not expect to put together to make a really awesome movie, but it's really good. You know?
I'm not a movie snob, but I just don't think he's a good actor, man.
He's good in that movie, but no. Okay, so wait a second. Name another movie that he was in.
Jumper, or not Looper, Jumper.
Okay, name another movie. Go ahead.
I feel like that was it.
Yeah, your sample size is small. Okay, that's my point.
Yeah, because he's so awful. They didn't want to rehire him.
I think oftentimes an actor will get blamed for the director's mistakes. So first off, in the 4 films that you mentioned, 3 of them, what was written on the script is what had to be. Okay, George Lucas wasn't going to let them say anything else than whatever was on the script.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
I've read in interviews. Yeah, I mean, I've read later on in interviews from Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford that they're like, yeah, George Lucas would come and give us the script, and we refused to say it, so we made our own dialogue. And it
really?
From what I've
probably
heard,
made him absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I think that's why he went kind of
crazy-ish
on the prequels, you know.
Probably.
But beyond that, I've heard.
Because by that point in time, his toys made him millions of dollars.
Right. I've heard it best said that George Lucas is an incredible world builder.
Sure, yeah, me too.
Script and dialogue writer.
So are you.
That makes sense to me, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not throwing shade. I think it was a good analysis, though.
Sometimes to buff up the highlights, you got to beef up the shadows, the dark side. The dark side.
You know, I found that out firsthand from doing that white dog. It's like, you run out of that bright headroom so quickly because it's
Oh,
an
right,
all
yeah.
white dog that you have to go back to the shadows to create the contrast.
Yep. That's what I'm doing right now.
One of these days, I'm gonna be brave enough to try non-metal though.
It'll happen soon, man. You should have saw. I mean, I don't know if you saw the video for the last thing. The non-metal on here is not, I mean, super difficult, and it's not totally developed yet. But
Says yo.
I mean, so what I did was you just kind of block out where the light hits the hardest, and then you sort of blend around it. That's where I am. Obviously, there's more stuff that's got to go on here. More of a lot of stuff. More highlights and more everythings. Pulling out my golden blonde here.
Shit.
Boo. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh my gosh, highlights. Come on, highlights.
Send you my before and after pictures.
You're my only hope.
Yeah, look at those. Now, is he supposed to be wearing gold armor? Is that kind of like the contrast there you're doing?
I mean, it's coming off that way, but it's really the light that's going in there. It's sort of because it's a torchlight, and it's it's a warm light. So for me, it's more. It's not so much like what color. I mean, it can be whatever color you want, really, honestly. But what I really wanted to do with the armor is explore the heat, sort of dissipating in it. You know what I mean? The nice, colorful colors.
I like the colors.
I can't open it. I can't open it. I'm more interested anymore in not what things are, so much as exploring the material, defining the material, and the all of the color theory that goes along to get there too, and the lighting and I just get off on that stuff right now. And at some point in time, I do want to develop my realistic desaturated game, but that moment is not now. The moment that is now is all the saturation, all the colors, all the contrast. I want it all.
Well, I mean, I think you would agree with me when I said that. And trust me, I'm no fucking master at this myself.
Right.
But I think you agree with me when I say that saturation is something that everyone needs to do, but not everyone does very well. You know what I mean? The desaturate thing is
everybody does, but never doesn't mean to because they're trying to saturate.
Right. It's a difference between what you need to do versus what you can do as an artistic tool.
Somebody's knocking on the door. We're gonna go ahead. You're gonna take it away, there, buddy. What?
Who's knocking at the door?
Okay, excuse me. Sort of. I mean, they can still hear me. I can't hear them. Oh, thank you, Spectrum. I don't like your stuff,
Wait, what?
Spectrum.
Oh, I see.
Well, at least the kids didn't open up the door and be like, "Yeah, come on in with your
Right.
chin diaper on." Did you watch that? Did you watch the South Park pandemic episode
No.
special? Man, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty funny. Pretty funny. The people are all like have their masks around their chins, and then people are like, at some point in time, they're all getting mustaches because Stan's father, I can't remember his name. I haven't watched South Park in ages, but
Randy.
Right. Thank you. But Randy was putting his DNA in his weed that he was selling,
Oh,
and
jeez.
basically created a new virus that was giving people mustaches. So they're telling everybody that they got to put their masks up above their upper lip, right? And people are like, "I'm not gonna put my chin diaper where my nose is." That's disgusting. It's
Oh
hilarious.
my god.
Pretty good.
Well, that's
Pretty
the
good.
truth, though.
Yeah. I was like, he's at the door, and I'm like, Is this a sales visit? And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No, thank you." I didn't even open up the door.
Oh. Brutalized.
Just don't. First off, I'll never give Spectrum any of my money ever again. Not gonna
Yeah.
happen. No.
They fucked you that bad up?
Anytime a corporation does that, eventually I'm just gonna be a hermit because they're all gonna screw me. But what they did was they did that little trick where, like, if you don't pay attention, they just raise your rates every month.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
Yeah, it's time to say bye-bye. Not gonna give you any more money, guys. And I actually didn't give
See, the
them any more.
problem?
My credit is probably not doing too hot right now because I don't like. I see that as like fraudulent, in my opinion, and not just for me.
Right.
Like, imagine all those old people that all have those services that don't check any of that stuff because it's all on auto pay, right?
Yep.
And
Right.
they're just all getting raked over the coals, and it's not like their Social Security's, paying all the bills anyways.
Right.
It's just, sorry, no,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm not down, Spectrum,
Well, so
with that kind of practice. Now I know all of them do
I
it,
unfortunately I don't have much choice. Because
Then there's that
I
too.
have Armstrong. And they're the only provider who works my apartment complex.
Oh wow. Yeah, you got screwed.
So I mean, I don't know how that's freaking legal,
They made a deal with them. That's how, and the cities do
Really?
that too. The cities make the deals also.
Yep.
That's
I know.
precisely what's going on. A city will make a deal to where with say Spectrum, for instance, and then no other. That's why in one city that they'll have like one service. It's like a government ordained monopoly. I don't know why
Right.
anybody lets these assholes in office. But we're surrounded by them, like every single one of them, everywhere. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I wish I had an answer for you, man.
I know. I'm an idealist, though. I love that one. I'm like, no, maybe the rest of you guys are the idealists that think that something's going to actually change by voting for all these assholes. They call me the
Right.
idealist? No, sorry.
Yeah.
Not mine. Not mine. That's all I'm going to talk about. Politics is soul sucking, sucking the soul right out of everybody I know.
Well, I'm just trying not to give it any attention right now. You know what I mean? For better or for worse.
It's nasty out there. People give you a hard time for not giving it more attention. You know what? No.
Yeah.
No, my soul is broken. You guys are breaking my soul. Please stop.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not that I'm apathetic. You know, it's like I guess when I say I'm not paying attention so much as I'm not trying to abide fools. You know what I mean? I'm not listening to stuff. I'm not talking about it. I'm not
Right.
participating on social media. It's gotten to the point now, and I firmly believe this, and this is my only political stance I maintain right now, is that everyone is so entrenched in their values that no one's can be ever persuaded right now.
No,
You know, to look
it'll never happen right
differently.
now. Nobody's ever going to change anybody else's their minds. It'll never
Right.
happen. You know,
So
and
I mean, I don't
what
know
do you
what
do
people are
then?
thinking. Like they're deluding themselves. Like I'm gonna argue with some fucking stranger on Facebook, you know, for the course of 3 days, talking about these opinions, and
Right.
nothing is gonna change. You're just gonna piss them off more, and you're gonna, you know, if someone wants to talk to me about politics, I'll gladly do it as long as I believe that we can all be open-minded.
Yeah,
And
here's
you
the thing.
know,
I don't understand
and
why people can't be like, okay, so why don't you, instead of rather than freely give up your political ideals, why don't people ask other individuals for it? Like, can we go to a situation where instead of us freely talking about our ideals, where people ask instead? Let's do that. Because if that's the case, most nobody will talk about it, just like before, you know, social media.
right.
I think that's just a much wiser way to be anyway. I mean, here's the thing. The rule at the table is no religion, no politics. And there's a reason for that.
Yeah. No kidding.
There's a reason for that.
My grandpa had a lot of good quotes, you know, in the time that I knew him, and he said, you know, business, religion, politics, money are things you never talk about with strangers or at the dinner table. You know what I mean?
Right, and here we are, surrounded by strangers. They're not real friends, people. When you friend them on Facebook, they're not real friends. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, for I've done the research. It's a fact.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've done. It was more like a personal inspiration, but yeah, people they just want to
I know
connect.
you mean.
I know. You better be careful, honey. You might get caught on camera, and it's perfect timing because you have to cook tonight. Yeah, forcing the wife to cook tonight so I can stream in front of 3 people.
Tell PJ say hi.
Justin says hi. She says hi. She got her. She's on the MuggleNet Patreon, and she won.
Cool.
She won this last month's giveaway, which is an apron that says, "I solemnly swear that my cooking is so good," which is funny because today she's forced to cook, and also it's funny because she can't cook.
Oh jeez.
She'll be the first to tell you.
Oh, you know.
But honestly, tonight is really most. I already cooked tonight's dinner. It's a pot of chili that I had cooked over the weekend. I can't wait to eat and just smash some later.
Just smash it.
Smash it. It's good, man. So you like the trick to chili. So when you guys are get together for your game, you know, you're gonna have to. I don't know if when we were doing it, we were doing potlucks basically kind of situation, or you know,
right,
just cooking a bunch of food or whatever. But it's like that's half the fun,
right.
Getting together for me, anyways. But big old pot of chili. Roast your peppers. Roast them like over fire. I don't know. Do you ever just put your peppers right in the burner? You got a gas stove or
Oh yeah.
electric?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gas
So
stove.
yeah, roast them peppers. Roast, 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 roast.
I mean, I put everything. I mean, like I'm not a good cook, but I've seen enough cooking shows. Like I'm putting my tortillas on the burners. I'm putting my peppers on the burners. I burn the shit out of them. People call me with 911 complaints. It's a fun time.
Of course, yeah. Right. You poor thing. You poor thing. I gotta teach you how to cook too, don't I?
Yeah, I tell you, I'll be the first person to die of starvation in a house full of food.
Because you just ruin your palate. Everything tastes like cardboard.
Basically.
That's the Rona. That's the
Yeah,
Rona talking.
I did experience that. No joke.
Yeah. So did you
Like
lose your?
I
Did you
lost
lose
my
your?
sense of.
Interesting.
Oh yeah. Oh,
That's
big time.
crazy. That's crazy.
I gotta go get a couple more colors to round out my palette here. I'll be right back.
All of the colors.
All the colors. I need the
All the
greens.
colors. So this is an excellent opportunity to let's visit my web store. That's what I do. This is what I do it for right here, people. Isn't it beautiful? There's a recent dragon that I worked on. I got to start blogging more. I'm definitely going to blog more. But I do. So I design terrain also, and I design in 3D for 3D printing, and then I print it out and make absolutely beautiful scenery for demoing live demos on it over Discord. And then I'm going to be streaming that too here on Twitch. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, this is the site. Let's peruse the site real quick. It's mgstudio dot myshopify dot com. Go over here to MG Academy, and we got private coaching available. A list of convention classes that don't exist, a list of local miniature painting classes that currently don't exist, and the list of private lessons that currently doesn't exist. So yeah, things are going great. But yeah, I have all kinds of stuff on here. I'd like to do some more busts, make some more busts. I am going to make a coupon. I will be posting that soon. For anybody who does it, it'll be 50% off all of my STLs, because honestly, I'd rather people be using them and buy it. Like, I'm ready to just throw that out there for people. So I got some tabletop scenic stuff, my cavern stuff, some rocky sets, nice. I gotta paint these up. I'm gonna paint these crystal builds up on live stream at some point. That'll be a lot of fun. The fungal forest is awesome. It's got like 7 or 8 different I think 8 different kinds of mushrooms, giant mushrooms you can print up. They're all looking pretty cool right here. And then obviously I also got, pretty soon we're going to have some risers coming. And these are going to really bring that rising element into the game, multi-tiered, multi-level tabletop. It's going to be super awesome. And then the backbone of my system, my terrain system, are the hex tiles. Allow me to create, fully modular, realistic landscapes. At its core, you can paint them up however you want. I want to do some episodes where I'm painting these up also. I want to show you some cool techniques with them. And I do have a lot more to do. But there's 3 sets. Each set, I think all the sets together is like 150 tile. It's ridiculous. It's like just an absurd number. But that's what I do. I'm basically like, I need all of the options. Like, I need all the colors. And then obviously, I'm also working on... Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, welcome back. I'm also working on making a role-playing game. You can go here and download the beta for free. It's like 300 and some pages total between the 2 books currently, and it's very, very playable. We play it on live stream, so yeah, you can check that out. You can also check out my other sponsors. Did I just look like crazy nonsense or everything, or what? You also check out my other sponsors, Reaper Miniatures and Effin Miniatures. They're both super awesome. We'll be painting more Reaper, and at some point in time, I'm gonna have John on from Effin Miniatures to paint with us. It's gonna be really a lot of fun. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome back. I can't wait for. I can't wait for this to happen. Can't wait for the minor sinus infection that I got from allergies this season to go away. It's like getting better and better every day, slowly.
Tell me about it, man.
I'm done with it.
Like we're all This is the worst year to have allergies too, because everyone doesn't want to be around you now. I mean, not you, the royal you.
It's really right. It's actually kind of a good thing if you think about it, because all you got to do is get somebody away from you, just go. You know, it's like almost perfect.
It is kind of perfect.
So if you've just joined us, you're awesome. Say hi and go. What's it gonna take? Do I gotta give something away? Do I give some of my life away? Free coaching for an hour. Say hi right now. I just want to talk to somebody.
Hi.
God damn it! I guess I put you. It doesn't count, man, because you're already getting it.
I know.
Paint more colors,
I know.
more colors.
Colors, paint. Just stop.
Paint.
Stop bothering me, Justin.
Colors. Nobody loves me. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows the color I love. Put them on. Except for Justin. Lucky Justin. That's another thing I want to do. Like maybe as the channel develops, I'd like to have followers on, not followers, but subscribers to the channel. I like to have them on. They can be my paint monkey too. I know Mommy's cooking, Eddie, because I asked her to. Are you excited? Chili cheese. Oh, wait a second. Is she not gonna tell you? Oh, you know it? Don't hang on that. That'll fall. He's like using one of my lights as a stripper pole or something. Yeah, don't do that. And you're not allowed to come down here without shoes on. You know that. They gotta go upstairs. I know. No, she's warming up my chili to use for chili cheese fries and hot dogs. Ah, it's tasty. I'm just gonna eat the chili because, it's chili.
Carbs are the enemy.
Chili doesn't have much carbs, and a lot of the carbs that are in it is all from beans. And I honestly, if I'm gonna eat carbs, they're gonna be complex carbs, and that's kind of that's my typical rule, anyways.
You mean like a vegetable or a
vegetables, not starches. I try to avoid. I mean, now I've been having a problem recently where I make them French fries, and then I stumbled upon a bottle of malt vinegar, and now I have this problem. I'm willing to share with you guys right now. I love French fries and malt vinegar and salt.
You're only human, man. That's all I can say. You're only human.
It speaks to me. I don't know why, but ever since I was a kid, I'd get those French fries that were just salty and just doused in vinegar, and it was just, I don't know what it does to me, but it's amazing. And I know sometimes whenever I'm eating, if I eat too much starch or whatever, potatoes, I'll get a tummy issue or something. And when I do that with the vinegar, I don't get that at all. And I think part of it is the vinegar just helps process, Helps process those starches.
Sounds like you need to take that the French fry to Mount Doom and throw it into the fires.
My baking soda vinegar volcano.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. The malt vinegar volcano.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's put some highlights on this
Oh my
armor.
god, Poppy. Oh my god.
Here we go. You guys ready? Let's get in on this first. It's probably good. It's probably good. We're good there. Let's get in on it now. Here. It's a little something for the kids, you know. Nobody thinks of the children these
For the
days.
kids.
You don't. Just think of the children, people. Now, this isn't the last highlight.
Yeah.
Golden blonde. I'm actually going to highlight with something else too. It's going to get it going. It's going to get it started. I have a problem here. We have like a little metal nub there where it's rubbed off. Got to get some more primer out, prime it up, and then let it sit for a second. And then go work somewhere else. Where you at? Around here somewhere. There you go. At some point in time, I am going to hook up like a, maybe a palette cam or something. Right now, I'm just going to keep it simple. I just want to, you know, show off the guests, what the guests are doing, if they're doing anything, even if it's just a beautiful mug. Show off the miniature.
Oh yeah.
You know, show off the beard. I'm sure I'm going to get all kinds, show off the finger.
Show off the
this
beard.
Guy. Just shove him right up there. The ear, in the ear is also going to be a good one at some point in time.
The what?
In the ear.
Oh yeah.
Shoving it up there, up the ear. You know, maybe not like all.
Kind of an exotic move.
It can be exotic. It can be exotic AF. So I am gonna have to. I'm gonna have to print myself out a nice holder.
Holder for what?
For minis.
Oh, you mean like a thumb, like
I don't
the one from
often
the
rub
company
stuff
that-
off on these things, but like it seems like on this one, I just keep on doing it, and so yeah.
What about like a pill? What about just like a pill bottle? Like I did that for a while.
I have them all over the place here. I just gotta use them. I'm an idiot.
Gotta use them.
I am my own worst enemy.
Right.
Really am.
So I'm very. I will tell you, I'm very happy with the Nazgul. I think there's a lot of things I did well here that I'm proud of. There's a lot of things that I wish I could have executed differently or better.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I think this definitely shows some growth on my part. That's all I
You've been
care
growing
about.
a lot, you know. When did we first meet? It was about a year ago or so. Now we're practically, you know, non-gay lovers.
Well, not non-gay, maybe.
So it just
no,
so anybody before anybody freaks out, I have nothing against homosexuality. My brother's gay, you know, whatever. I don't care what you do. It's your life. Have fun.
I don't care what you do,
I
or
don't
where
care.
you put it, or where you do it when you
Justin
put it.
has some problems against incest, but other than that, we don't care what you do.
Yeah, we did talk about that once, didn't we?
Yeah, you talked about a lot.
I mean, I get a curiosity streak going, okay, and then I think about my cousins, and no, I'm just kidding. I am very much just kidding. I can't stay that shtick for too long.
Yeah. Well, I'm really glad that I posted everybody. Hey, I'm going to be working on highlights on this thing and maybe some textures, and all I'm doing is working in the shadows still. serves them right for not showing up and talking in my chat, as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, realistically, though, shadows improve the highlights, so I think you're ancillary to the highlights.
That's
you know?
right. Haha, joke's on you. This is how the devil paints. This is how the devil does a miniature painting.
Oh my god.
Aha, I got him to show up with my... But clearly, what I meant was... Yeah, it's like when you're composing a wish spell. Gotta get that right.
Oh yeah.
Get it right.
Yeah, no kidding.
The wish spell,
I mean,
did you ever look at the wish spell in my game? I have.
We talked
did.
about it. I don't think we ever really did much with it, though.
I'm not going to bring it up because, I guess the PDFs are up. I'd have to switch things over. That's cool. That's a cool one.
Can I just kind of head off your thing here real quick with a comment about the wish spell in general?
Yeah.
I feel like the wish spell antagonize, and I'm a DM. I'm a DM, but I like to play it, but my big thing is I like the Dungeon Master, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm about to say is not a slight against Dungeon Masters, because I feel like it's more like a challenge. It's like, I feel like often a lot of Dungeon Masters see the wish spell as an antagonization. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
yes, let's get him.
Yeah. Like, oh, you think you can outsmart me? Well, I'm gonna totally do the monkey's paw trick on you type of thing,
Yep.
Sometimes, I feel like you have to.
Yeah, if they're kind of dumb, but if they make a dumb wish, they better get screwed. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, but sometimes I think you'd agree with me that DMs can be their worst enemy. When they just take it to the next step too many times. Sometimes just let go, let it breathe, move on. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I feel like if each time you antagonize the wish spell, because I don't necessarily believe that even in your system, if someone was DMing the wish spell underneath your system, it'd still be the same problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's a psychological thing. It's like it doesn't matter what the rules are or what or how it's constructed. It feels, the DMs take it personally, and they feel like they have to outsmart the player. And I don't think that's the case at all. Just let go, let be, and move on.
Yeah.
And some of the time,
If they really screw up, then screw them.
Right, exactly. And especially if it's glaringly obvious. There's been a couple times where you're like, wow, how did they not see this? And it fits into your story, and you go with it. But if there's the monkey's paw thing where everything seems to be pretty good, but you see this opportunity where you can kill the dog or kill the wife or whatever,
right?
There's no reason to take it. No reason to go there.
Right.
Anyway, go tell us about your Nat 1 wish spell.
Oh, I can remember.
You don't remember?
I could bring up the PDF. I'm not going to bring up the PDF on the thing. Spells? It's Golgin's Wish. So probably... You didn't say hi yet? Somebody please say hi? It's just us watching, probably. There's 3 people watching.
Wait, how many people?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. Projections, smites. Golgin's Wish. A unique spell. Coverage is a specified recipient. Effect. A specified recipient is granted a single wish. If they are unable to speak, their first thought is granted instead. It should be noted that in either case, a wish should be clearly stated and appropriately scrutinized by the GM. Appropriately.
See, you even wrote it in there.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, because it happens. Appropriately scrutinized.
It happens.
Right. Any wish request cannot cause death, injury, directly give experiential knowledge, i.e. experience points, in this case, character points, alter another's alignment, their traits, or personal ideology and feelings. We can't change who somebody
Right.
is, right?
You're right.
And it may not grant more wishes or any material component whose class of rarity is greater than what was used to cast this effect. So if you use like a rare component to cast this effect, then you can wish for a rare component. But you cannot use a common component to get a rare component. So
Right.
tit for tat.
It's not like a free bank. It's
Yeah.
not a banking system, is what you're
The
basically
rarity
saying.
class of the material component required for casting is reduced by 1 rarity class per 6 levels per 6 casting levels. Furthermore, there is no inherent rarity class bonus or benefit for casting this effect with a common, uncommon, rare, or unique material component. Basically, the idea is that you have to have a rare component to do a wish spell. And a high level, like a djinn or something like that, would be able to cast a wish spell just no problem, right? But the higher the level of casting, then the less rare the component you need. Wish may never be imbued or enchanted to any object. Wish may never be combined with any object. There you go.
Right.
Pretty simple,
like it,
pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. I don't know how you break that. God, this thing is looking sexy. I don't know if you guys are looking at the same miniature I am, but I'm very, very happy at this point in time. It's making me happy. He's pretty happy.
Yeah, I think you did an incredible job with it, man. Really.
We're still working on it.
Something's happening, as you like to say.
Something's happening. We gotta get these spiky bits going a little bit better. I have a little highlight on the edge, but I don't really care about that. I'm just trying to get some. Gotta get some saturation.
I think I'm overdoing the.
You're overdoing what?
I think I'm overdoing my terrain highlights.
You'd be surprised.
Actually, it doesn't seem too bad. I might have to just kind of keep pushing forward.
While you're there, the thing with doing terrain, especially terrain that's like there's a lot of, is being consistent. So like really figuring out what your layer algorithm is going to be for terrain is like, especially like the hex tiles, for instance. It's just really good to be as consistent as possible because you want them all to look the same. Really didn't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing that a little bit. Oh.
The Rona. Can't wait for that shit to be done.
I think I might go back and glaze over some of these colors.
Lazy, just to tone it down.
Yeah. So the Nazgul, of course, is in a night scene, and he's sitting on like this. I kind of divide it between a grass layer, a rock layer, and a dirt layer. Like he's at the beginning of a road on like a forest path or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, I'm liking what I did. I need to go back and punch in some of the darker green. But I was highlighting some of the grass with this moldy skin. It's a very, very light white green.
I like the moldy skin.
I'm using that as like my texturizing super highlight, kind of like a dot here and there,
Yeah. The super highlight.
And yeah, and it's just like it's really screaming bright. And I keep like erasing over it as I put one down, like, oh, it's too bright, and I dunk my paintbrush in and erase it right off the bat, So.
Well, I mean, maybe it's just
got find.
So oftentimes when the highlight's not looking right or looking too bright, the lead up to the highlight is a little off, I find.
Yeah. So sense. My shadow, if you will, my darker grass color is military green.
Oh yeah,
I used peacock green as my mid-tone.
I want to do that. I think you're discontinuing peacock green.
Oh, you mean keep it and don't ever use it?
What? I gotta see what terrain you're. Are you? Oh, you're working on a base. When you say terrain, are you
I
working on a
don't know if
base?
you can. Yeah, terrain base.
Oh right, yeah, okay, yeah, that's okay. That's quite all right. If you are
You
still
see it?
watching us, holy crap, thanks.
Are you seeing it at all?
Oh yeah, here. Boom, boom. No, not at all. The real issue is
See like that?
so like if you do you have like a I don't know, black foam board where you can basically throw it on a black foam board and then lift it up the camera or something, and then maybe it might autofocus onto it. But the trick is to, dude, that horse is looking sick. I can start to. I mean, it's like I can't see any of the colors. Holy crap, it's looking really good. You need to go get yourself an A51 and take a picture of it for me.
Hold on. Stay on me for one more second. I have a black book here.
Maybe this will help. Come on, autofocus.
Oh,
Bring it on home, dude. I'm like so freaking proud of you.
thanks, man.
I mean, I can't see any of the details, but I was picking up some of the colors and stuff.
I'm
Holy crap!
just gonna send you a picture here in a second.
Hells yeah, just do that. Just send me the
All right.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how we're
Stand
gonna bring.
by for picture.
Standing by. Stand by.
Bye.
Manage your channel directly from your phone. It's gonna be complicated. I gotta urinate. I gotta come up with an intermission or potty break image graphic.
I'm kind of zooming in here. I'm seeing my prototypical like, oh, that's ugly things, but you'll get what I'm talking about here in a second. Definitely far from done. You know, I've been kind of reaching this point where I don't know if it's a bad thing or a good thing, but I get to the point where I need to take a break from this and I need to work on something else. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it becomes like that thing of like it's good from arm's distance. You know, like kind of table ready. You know.
Yeah, but I could see the color choices that in there. I was like, briefly, I think. So you take.
I just sent you some over Discord in the main chat there.
Oh goodness. I don't know if I can. I'm on a mode. I'm on a mode. Okay, I'm off the mode. Main chat. It's like freaking out over here. Yeah. Ancient. Oh yeah, see that ancient bark in the background. Good.
Yeah. So I've still got a lot I need to do on this, you know, but it's become to that point of like, you know, got to kind of just I'm very happy with it. I think you would agree that I definitely have this is more improvement than where I was a year ago, you know.
Oh yeah. Just your exploration of colors has grown also. I still have to put some
Well, I
textures
mean,
on this hat too, and do the face and everything else. But he's really getting cleaned up. Need some more. What were you gonna say?
I was about to say, I mean, well, when we're talking about the use of color, I mean, you can't compare with you, you know what I mean?
Well, just calm your shit down there, buddy. Just calm down. It's not about comparing
Calm
with
down.
me. It's not like that. You know, when I look at other artists and stuff, I don't like compare myself to them. I'm not like in direct competition with with other artists. So there's like nothing to
Oh
compare
yeah,
from
I
my
know.
head. But what I do with other artists is I get inspired by what they're doing, you know? And so like that's the thing that gets me off is like when everybody's like, "Oh, this is so inspirational," or "This is like, you know, truly
Right.
inspiring stuff," and they physically write those words down and give them to me. I'm just like, wow, that's like I just don't even know how to respond because I'm overtaken with joy in that like I did that. You know, it
Right.
wasn't about any of this as much as it was about those people just like totally being blown away or like just totally inspired with
Right.
what I'm trying to accomplish with color over here.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
somebody, one of my fellow painters this past week, they're like, "Wow, your style is really sort of like reminds them of Craft World." I'm thinking, "Oh, cool." And I was like, "Wait a second, what Craft World?" So I went and looked it up. And
Craft World.
yeah, Craft World Studios. God, is that stuff beautiful? And then I was
Oh,
like,
so
"Oh, so he basically just said my stuff was beautiful." And I was like, "Whoa!"
at, at first glance, I thought he was saying like your stuff was Craft World, like a seminar done at Joanne Fabrics, with apple barrel paints, whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? That's an
Wow.
underhand comment if I've
Can
ever
you
heard one.
believe? Can you believe it's almost 6 o'clock? Can you believe that?
Yeah, man.
Time
I can't.
flies. Time flies. I still got a lot more work to do
I
on
have
this
to go
guy,
back.
so I'll probably work on him tomorrow too, around the same time.
Same bat channel, same bat
Same
time.
bat channel. Yeah, there's no reason not to. There's no reason not to.
Hey,
My buddy, he said he's gonna hook me up with a raid, so we're definitely gonna do it. We're gonna try again. Maybe tomorrow I'll actually work on actual highlights.
fuck.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Feeling cute. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll work on highlights by working on the dark areas.
Man, you gotta keep suspense up. I think you need to threaten some character deaths or something. You
Character
gotta
deaths.
shake it up.
That's something I've been thinking about how I can incorporate my game into my painting strengths. Also, I like the idea of having like a single character that the community has control of, and their
Yeah.
subscribers or followers or whatever. Whenever something happens on the channel, they could maybe get a bonus AP or something like that. I haven't figured that out yet, but I like this idea of having them interact with with something like, because a lot of these people, the streamers and whatnot, they have these different apps and stuff that they can take part in, like Stream or where's I don't know all the different ones. I'm new to this whole Twitch thing. But there's all kinds of other things for them to sort of keep engaged or whatever. But I thought it'd be fun to do that with my game,
Right. I think so too.
I think it'd be something that's not, typical.
Right. There was something that was done on Reddit, or maybe it was Twitch. I'm trying to remember what it was. I'm sure someone can read me out for getting this wrong. But
I might read you out.
like where a group of people
Get off my
collectively
stream!
a group of people collectively played Pokemon, like Red or Blue or something like that, And it was like it was like a bot, but the bot was controlled by commands that people could write in messages on the forum to like move up and down or do things, and it took like years. It not as long as you think, but it still took a couple of years from the beat the game.
I mean,
But like, I mean, they collectively did it, you know.
Kind of what I'm thinking is that, you know, we'll have 4 players on, and one of the players will be, you know, will be the chat channel, and then we'll do votes for what they want to do or something, you know.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's totally possible. It's just a whole nother, you know, I'd have to have a moderator sort of like manage that, you know.
I'd be willing to help you out with that.
My son is so excited for chili cheese fries with chili right now.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah. Actually, growing very, very happy with this.
Mm-hmm.
I put my
friend. See that there? I gave my friend some maitake mushrooms.
Oh jeez.
And she just sent me a picture of them on her eggs. She's gonna love them.
Oh, nice.
Gonna love them. Yep.
Back in and punch that fucking color in this.
Well.
Can I share with you my latest gadget?
Yeah.
I know that again you're anti-gadget, but look how pretty it is.
God damn it, I'm poor. What do you mean anti-gadget? Different.
Look how pretty it is.
Oh God, I want one of those. So let me ask you, so wait a second. Is that just a little pick up the whole thing that's doing that? Okay, so it's that whole.
No, this thing is fucking heavy. It's steel. It's like 30 pounds.
So how much did it cost?
$100.
Right. So all the ones that I'm hearing now, the one that I saw that worked perfectly was about $100, but it was the size of a small bowl.
I mean, this thing's. I should have a measuring tape around here somewhere because I'm moving. I mean, but no, this thing's big. It's big. That's what I'm looking for. I got it direct from the guy, so supposedly we're supposed to get a deal on it or whatever.
He's just happy he sold one.
Yeah. I mean, I will tell you this, you know, I had some paints that even just shaking, I just couldn't, you know, mix them well. Like some of those, like really like the metallics or like the really weird dungeon slime or the candlelight yellow. No matter how much I mixed them, they just were not.
Just not doing it.
Yeah, this thing is just incredible. I love it.
Well, I think actually this is gonna go. Yeah, I would like to get one of those things to where I can just mix it on the fly, so I don't have to go over here and whack off my paints on camera like all the peasantry does.
All the peasantry. Damn.
It's a joke.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. This guy's got no followers. He's just coming out the gate swinging. Okay. Anybody who takes offense to that can go F themselves because clearly they don't know who I am, and I don't really feel that way. Like remotely.
I know.
So we cuss. Sorry, everybody. But they say that you know cussing is like a sign of smartness. Not for me.
Smartness? Do you mean intelligence, David?
I have a degree in applied mathematics.
Me-
I need to use cussing as a means of showing my smartness. I'll just solve a partial differential equation, while miniature painting and cooking some badass chili all at once.
That's what you're about right there.
That's me.
Yeah, man.
I got to develop this side a little bit more.
I think
it's looking cool, but I just need a little bit more, like, super subtle highlights on the shadow side. Yeah, I said highlight them shadows, buddy.
I need to make this glaze happen. Shit. You know what's really helpful for me right now is that, I wouldn't say I get impatient, but I get like really excited. I get even like you could even say like a little worked up. Like I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool! It's so cool! It's so cool!
Oh yeah, I know.
And then
yeah,
I kind of, but I end up kind of rushing. You know what I mean?
Never. Control. Control. You must learn control.
It always happens. So, but by me sitting here with you, it's like helping me focus a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Like the Master Yoda, like straight up Master Yoda.
Yeah, man, you're helping me lift the X-wing.
Sweet. See, stuff like that. That's all I did. Hey, nobody had to be watching this stream. All I had to do is hear that, and I feel good. Totally worth it.
I don't ask for much. I just need to be compared to like the best Jedi of all time.
Well, thanks for making me sound pretty vain. Oh my god, let's just spinny this guy for a little while. Oh my. Okay, so we're gonna do this also.
I'm just fucking with you.
Nice black.
Oh shit.
Go this way with it. All the comments.
This glaze ends up becoming more like a wash.
All the colors. I'm gonna keep working on them tomorrow.
God damn.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what you're gonna do with the face.
Yeah, nothing. Just gonna leave it blue like that. It's all in the shadows. So.
But I mean, you're going to highlight the shadows, right?
No. Yeah, of course I can do something with the face. No, it's actually not in the shadows. It's pointing directly at the light, so we should be able to see it relatively fast. You know?
Right.
Relatively. Now, I am not liking that leg, that boot right there. You see this? See this boot?
Yeah.
It basically melted into the floor. That's not working for me, so I gotta figure out how to... The rest of it is popping, you know?
But you would just change the base, right? Like,
yeah, just change it out, yeah. Just change it out. Yeah, but there's more highlights that have to happen on the shadow side. There's definitely actual highlights. And texture. I have to do textures on the hood. But luckily I don't have to do much more other than that.
Cholet.
It's looking wonderful though. I'm really super happy with it.
Fucking bitch.
What'd you call me?
No, I'm cursing at my miniature.
On my profile on the Twitch, it says something like miniature painting, 3D sculpting, terrain making, game design, storytelling, and jolly as fuck.
Wait, what? What's
Jolly AF. Jolly AF, man. That's me in a nutshell.
Yeah, it is. The first time I met you, I was like, I could just I'm not fucking with you. You radiated kind of positivity like that.
It's interesting. I don't know. I don't like if we're being such a shut-in and like a mental case. I do pretty good at faking the world. I was probably just really excited that somebody was talking to me. Since this is what I do. I just paint very beautiful things. I'll happily call them beautiful now. I used to have a hard time giving myself compliments, but now f that. This stuff. This is beautiful. This is like to me. This is just like that's why I'm doing it. But
It is beautiful.
thank you.
And,
But the thing is
I
that
mean, really,
I don't know what it is. I think the thing I told you was that I just want to be the reason somebody has a good day, not a bad day. I don't care who they are, if they're a person that or whatever. And so, like, even if my world has gone to hell, I'll use that to make somebody else's day brighter, if I can. Because then it's not a total loss in my head.
I think that's a really beautiful sentiment, and there's, you met me at a particular difficult point in my life, I think you kind of know that, and I think one of the things that really helped kind of get my head out of my ass was kind of helping me teaching me some of this stuff and just being there for me and kind of
Yeah.
helping me along with the hobby,
Well, I'm happy to do it because I crave adult conversation, and I have 5-year-old and 13-year-old conversations all day long. So, yeah, whatever it takes, man.
You
But
do have cool kids though. No,
they are
no
great
lying,
kids.
no
I
fooling.
have amazing kids. I have the best kids. Now they're quirky and strange, and they're not your typical kids. But honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. Because
I mean, honestly,
at least they're not like all those assholes out there, or future assholes.
Right.
Then I succeeded. In my head, I succeeded.
Whenever I have kids, I hope they're cool and they want to play with Legos and they want to game and they want to watch Star Wars with me. I mean, I would probably be
I
the
have a
one
hard
parent
time.
in the world who
Yeah, I have a hard time. Just caveat: I have a hard time getting them to watch the original Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
hard.
I can understand that.
It's hard. Because it's just not like, and even the pre-trilogy now are it's almost dated.
Do they get that sense that it's dated?
A little bit, yeah. Have you seen the pre-trilogy recently?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the original trilogy held up better than the pre-trilogy.
In some sense, yeah. It's because the analogs,
Yeah.
Now you got some ambient.
But
Don't
I mean,
you have
just like
some
the
ambient music? Speaking of analog,
Wait, what?
don't you got some ambient music? You best give it up, buddy.
Do I have ambient music?
Yeah. I think you did something. Didn't you play something for me?
I do not, unfortunately.
Oh, you did.
I could. You want me to play guitar?
I mean, not right now. Not unless it sounds good. I bet you could make it sound good, though. You have all the equipment there, too.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm really happy with this. I get what you're saying now about the highlighting, like the kind of like, I don't want to say the more you do because you can definitely overdo it, but
Just
the
little
more
bits, man.
time you spend on it, and then you kind of just keep massaging it back and forth.
Well,
You punch some of the shadows, then you bring.
Hopefully, you don't have to massage it back and forth too much. There's a sweet spot where, like, if you do it right the first time, then you don't have to worry so much. God, that's really nice right there, where all those colors are all just sort of like going this range.
Yeah.
Here. Really like that.
I love that view. I love how that Callian line on the hood blends in with that mustardness.
Hey.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Rouge. Thanks, dude, for that. I'm like, I don't see Rouge. Thank you, dude. Thanks for showing up and saying hi. 9 minutes after I'm supposed to get off of here and eat dinner. Thanks for joining me, dude. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep on painting for a little while, just because you said hi. Just because you said hi. See that? Do you see the old chat marker there? Now you probably won't be able to read it on Discord because I don't have the super 1080p Discord streaming. But Justin, see my super cool?
Oh, look.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, check this out. We're just gonna.
Holy crap.
We'll preview this on the other screens we have. It's over here, right?
Yeah.
And on this screen it's over there. Hey.
I don't have much going on my end here. Nothing worth looking at.
Oh shush. It's not very nice. Not very nice. So yeah, it's
Not very nice.
I've recorded this whole show there, Steiner Miniatures. So if you just join us a little late, or whatever, you'll be able to see it. But I'm going to be working again on this tomorrow. Also, probably start right after Brush for Hires again. We're going to try that out for a second. Most likely make the wife real angry that she's got to come home from work and cook. Sorry.
Damn.
I'll probably prep something. So, because that's how I roll.
Hey, you got to tell her to earn that apron, man.
She earned it, man. She did. She
And before that sounds really misogynistic, just remind people that she bought an apron.
No, you're
make her earn her living.
Yeah, you're about as misogynistic as I know, though, really. So you're a bad monkey.
I'm a bad monkey.
Bad monkey. That's right. No. I really do appreciate the comments. I've been basically all alone here. Justin hasn't even been talking to me this whole time.
Been concentrating.
Say hi, Justin. What's your camera up and say?
Hi.
Hey, good monkey. Good monkey. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
I have a bad habit of I keep pulling my painting away. Like I'm not painting in front of the camera. I'm painting close to my chest.
Oh right, yeah. Yeah, I have to sort of reach in myself. Lots of colors. I like using lots and lots of colors all over the place. Give me all the colors. So, the longer I stream, the more hungry I get. Just so everybody knows, I'm doing this for you.
He's on a hunger strike.
Yeah, that's the Hunger Games. I'm really just sort of deepening the shadows and working on them and just kind of like trying to get them to get the highlights to pop.
Yeah.
You know, little by little. And I think tomorrow I'll do the texturing on the hood and develop those highlights a little bit more. And then if I run out of stuff to do on him, which I probably won't. I probably have to do the face also. I'll probably have to do the face. That'll suck. But if I run out of stuff to do, I got other stuff I can jump into. These guys. Let me show you here. Let me back this up a notch. Oh, I'm burning.
Back it up, yo.
Well, I'll show you what I have on auxiliary standby at this point in time. Now, I might paint it before then, so who knows? 'Cause I gotta get some painting done. Painting. Painting.
Oh, yeah.
Just gonna zoom. Yeah, so now, yeah, that's what he looks like from a normal level. Oh,
Normal
yeah.
angle.
A normal, like, yeah. He's looking good. It's looking good. See, when you're right up on it, man, like, you get to see all the bad details. All the bad coverage, but when it's zoomed back like this, you're like, whoa, that's amazing. That's really sexy.
Yeah.
I'm super happy with them right now. But, so on auxiliary, I got, just recently finished these three up. Check them out. And then yesterday, what I did was I went through and sculpted the base out on all of them to match.
Holy shit.
Also, and they're all sort of like slightly
God.
different. Yeah,
I love that, man.
they're all done. Got like the iridescent looking eyes, the non-metal, the non-iridescent iridescence eyes going on in all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But some of my favorite
He's
parts.
surrounded.
Some of my favorite parts are inside the mouth, the highlighting inside the mouth, like on the bottom jaw, like this guy. Which one's good? This one. They're all pretty good. I really like what's going on inside the mouth. But yeah, I basically have to paint the bases for all three of these things. That way I can use them to kill the PCs. You know?
Yeah, no kidding.
It's not iridescent paint. It's not a painting to look iridescent. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing I
It's
do.
a thing.
It's a thing I do. I actually, to get you to really see these things good, I think I have to bring this down just a nibble. We're gonna bring it down just a nibble. Let's bring this down just a nibble.
Little nibble nabble.
Yeah. Well, when you're dealing with different shades and kind of brightnesses. Here we go. That's what they look like.
By the way, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
man.
look at it, just like, oh.
Why'd you just look at it?
Just look at it. Oh my god. These look great together on the screen. These are gonna look awesome when I'm ripping apart the party.
I love the stippling you did for that, like just like I said,
All
that
the dots.
character or that monster personage just really shines through. So cool there. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I can't wait. I can't wait to eat somebody. I'm gonna eat 3 people.
Okay, eat 3 people.
I'm gonna eat 3 players.
They're
characters.
They're all hungry.
Tastes like PCs. Those are great on there. I'm really super happy about them. So yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. I have to pee. I'm hungry. You guys showed up a little too late, so tomorrow we're gonna try this again at 4 o'clock, and we'll take it as long as we can take it. This week is my first week streaming on Twitch, so if you haven't already, please follow me. And if you're really super awesome, maybe a little sub will do. I'm gonna keep at it. I'm gonna keep at it. And since this is my first week, I just want to stream a lot. I want to do a lot of streaming and want to get the word out. So you're like, hey, check out this new streamer guy. He's doing amazing stuff on the Streamoverse.
on the interwebs.
On the interwebs, yeah. So at some point in time, we're gonna have all kinds of fun with these things as they attack these guys. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. Maybe I'll attack this guy too. We'll get some more chromatic pieces in here. She's gonna show up too. She's gonna be like right up in there. She's like, please swallow me whole. Oh, protect you. These are going to be awesome. So
Oh
yes.
God, I love that. I love that geisha.
She's a fun one. She's a fun one. Maybe she's on their team.
Oh jeez.
It's her pet.
Just because of the color palette.
Yeah. Some tentacle monsters.
Oh, that's stereotyping.
Sorry, I'm bad. I'm a bad guy. So I just wanna thank everybody. Let me get down personal here. I just wanna thank everybody for showing up and hanging out with me for 2 hours while I paint these miniatures to look like a rainbow. It's what I love to do with my life, and I'm also hungry. So I just want to thank you guys for joining me. And I hope you have a wonderful day.